Well, hello. Long time no do chess video. Well, excuse me. Yes, my chess videos are few and far between, but I finally have something for you. Let me just see if I can clear my throat a little bit. So, as some of you might know, I belong to a local chess club. Well, last Thursday, we met at the chess club, and there was a person showing us a chess problem on the display board. So I was so pleased to see this that I thought I'd bring it to you guys. So here's the thing. It's white to move, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit, but I think I'm going to go right away. I'm going to give you a hint, because at the chess club the guy was saying, don't ruin it for everybody else, don't tell anybody what it is. Then he put it on the chalkboard. He says, first person who wants to guess what kind of lesson this is. So when I mentioned what it was, it wasn't exactly well received. So nonsense with that. So this is what we're going to do. First, I have to tell you that this is a pinwheel attack, a windmill attack. Some people call it windmill, some people call it pinwheel. So it's a windmill attack. I only have one windmill attack in my archives of chess videos that I showed you from years ago. I've never seen this one. So let's take a look at this. First, let's find out. It's white to move. Now, if it wasn't white to move, if it was black to move, it's an immediate checkmate for white. Okay? Simply, I think it's this button. Okay? That would be immediately checkmate. So, white must do something to stop this checkmate. Okay? I'll give you a few minutes, or I should say a few seconds. You can pause the video if you want, but I'll sort of slowly talk while you figure this out. Pause the video if you want. Okay. So, if white does anything that is not stopping black from checkmating him, it's the game over. As you can see, black also has the bishop on that pawn, the queen on that pawn, and the rook on that pawn. Okay? So again, if white doesn't do something, and white can do something and turn his whole game around, there is an immediate checkmate threat. So what can white do? Okay? So the hint was that this is a windmill attack, a pinwheel of windmill. I think it's more referred to as a windmill attack. So the first move, if you don't want to see it, pause the video. I'm about to give you the first move. So the first move is queen sacrifice.
Queen.
Okay.
Takes g5.
And I see that the computer is talking. I don't know if it's going to make its own move. But as you can see, the checkmate threat is temporarily been inverted. So if black decides to take this pawn with the checkmate threat, the queen can take back. So naturally, black wants to take the queen. Okay, so we're going to turn off the chess engine. Now let's make the chess engine move now.
Pawn takes g5.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this puzzle and let the engine make black's moves to show you that there is something you can do to play against the checkmate. Now, so what do you think White has to do now? Again, once the queen is gone, you sacrifice the queen for a rook. The checkmate threat returns. As you can see by the computer's red arrow, and the bishop is still there. If White again does not do something, put black in check, it'll be an immediate checkmate threat again. Okay. So now, here comes the windmill.
Rook takes g6.
The computer's taking time to speak because the video recording software is running.
King h7.
Okay, so now you put black in check, and he could not capture because you have your bishop here protecting the rook. So the king moved to h7, and once again the checkmate threat is there. But here comes the windmill. Now I discover check.
Rook takes e6.
Okay. Now black has to get out of check, and I'll let the engine do that. And I'm sorry that it's moving a little slowly because it's because of the I have the open source what do you call it, software running to record this, and I got the chess program running at the same time, and it's taking its sweet time. So let's go ahead and force it to move.
King g7.
Okay. And once again, the threat is there. Here comes the windmill again.
Rook
Sooner or later it'll speak. Okay,
g6.
something is taking up the resources. Okay, there it is again. Now, can you figure out now why it's called a windmill? Because I keep putting him in check with the same...
King h7.
Okay. Now I take his bishop. And it's check
Rook.
again.
Takes d6.
Okay, so now it's check again. Okay? Now he can't take the rook because he's got to get out of check. And it's taking too long. So let me shut the engine off and just continue this. Yeah, it's starting to get a little slow here. Come on. Gee, I hope this is not going to lock up on me. Okay, switch off engine. And let's just go ahead and make the move for it.
King g7.
Now, even if the king went to g8, it would still be the same thing. Okay. Check.
Rook g6.
Uncheck.
King h7.
Now you notice that the king can't go to F file because of the other rook. Okay. Now, I finally get that bishop, and the checkmate threat is going to be over now.
Rook takes c6.
Now, not only does he not have a checkmate, but now, so even if he went here, let's just say he went here,
King g8.
just to try to change things up. I can still put him in check.
g6.
Okay, now he only has one place to go.
King h7.
So he ends up on h7 anyway. Now I take this pawn.
Rook
Check.
takes B6,
Okay, he gets out of
King.
check.
G7,
Check.
Rook. G6, King H7,
And now I get his queen.
Rook A6,
He might as
King.
well resign.
G7,
And now I just take the queen and get it over with.
Rook takes A2,
See, and now he might as well call it quits because I got 2 rooks and a bishop, and he's got a 1 rook and a knight. I've got 4 pawns, he's got 2, and they're disconnected. So, as you can see, sometimes in a perilous situation, you're about to be checkmated, but it's your turn, and you just happen to have a fantastic position to do something crazy like this windmill attack. So this was the puzzle that one of the chess club members had brought up and put it on the big board. And I haven't made a chess video in forever, so I thought I'd share this with you. Thank you for watching. Please comment. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and keep on playing. Thanks again. I'm going to stop this now. Okay, I'm going to figure out a way to stop this now.